Coming up on the Daily O, a routine drive takes an unexpected turn for the worse.
And tragedy strikes a Norman community. All this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Emmy Sangvalai.
And I'm Raymond Coleman. We're glad you're with us. A woman has died after being hit by a semi-truck on an Oklahoma highway. Oklahoma City Police says that the crash happened near I-44 in southwest Oklahoma City. The woman stepped onto the highway, raising her hands up before being struck by the vehicle. Investigators have not released the identity of the woman and are labeling the case as a suicide. Officials are advising drivers to avoid going near the scene of the wreck as they are continuing their investigation at this time.
3 people have been hospitalized following a shooting at home in Norman. The Norman Police Department says they were called to the residence at around 2 a.m. this morning. After arriving at the scene, investigators determined that there was an argument that led up to the shots being fired. The 3 individuals who were injured were all transported to the regional hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Even though there's not an exact amount of people involved, all parties are in custody where they remain at this time.
Oklahoma legislators propose a new drunk driving law that could put some people back behind bars. This change comes after Sarah Polson was released from prison just 73 days after she was sentenced to 8 years without bail. Polson was responsible for a near-fatal crash in Norman in 2023. Public outcry has urged senators to make the change where eligible inmates can be incarcerated at home to fix the overcrowding issue in the system. Governor Kevin Stitt will get the final say on if the law passes, but no decisions have been made at this time.
Severe weather season is around the corner, and one company is changing the shelter game. Hill Construction Solutions is installing above-ground tornado shelters across the Oklahoma City area. They have completed 9 houses so far, and there's no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Employee Philip Stiegel says that the shelter makes it easier for individuals to transport items and other family members. Tornadoes are unpredictable, even with modern technology.
Some good news for teachers across the state, as senators plan to raise the starting salary for educators. The sudden raise comes after a report shows that Oklahoma is last in their region for starting salaries. The raise will be $2,500 and will come out of the Teachers Retirement Fund. Lawmakers estimate that the fund will reach $457 million by 2027 and will have to be capped at $200 million. The remaining funds will go towards salary increases and classroom improvements, as well as math tutors and reading tutors. The plans are still being drafted and are expected to roll out closer to session.
It was a little warmer here in Stillwater, but what can we expect tonight? Let's check in with Grayson Buchanan, who has our evening forecast. Grayson?
Thank you, guys. Just like they said, the warmer weather is back. It is currently 72 degrees and we have a real feel of 72, and that harsh wind has died down now that it is only a 3-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the northeast. As you can see on the picture here, we do have cloudy skies and the sun will come out later in the week, but right now those clouds are here to stay. I don't know about you guys, but I sure am happy that that warmer weather is back. What do y'all say?
We are very welcome for it, and thank you so much, Grayson. And when we return, students are getting crafty with flags.
And a pet food brand makes a donation to service members. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Emmy, you were telling me earlier that you were getting your arts and crafts on last night?
Yes, I had a lot of fun, met some new people, and it was actually here on campus.
Well, let's take a look to see what Emmy did on yesterday evening.
Tuesday night, residents of Patchen Jones gathered for a chance to get to express their creativity.
So we're doing like little banner flags. You can do your name, whatever you like, but they're really fun.
While attendees may see it as just another opportunity to craft, the event organizer and fourth floor RA sees it as more.
I think events like this encourage community building because all the residents just get to see each other.
Sandra's purposeful event planning seems to be paying off.
I feel like these events allow us to meet different people, even from different floors, because it's such an open space within the dorm.
Other RAs agree it's important to foster these relationships.
It's all of our homes, so it just makes it more enjoyable to at least like the people you're around.
Community events aren't the only way Sandra works on creating community among her residents.
I have actually my bulletin board, so there's like a little house with balloons, and they can just write uplifting words on it.
Emmy, it looks like you had a blast. Oklahoma City has unveiled a new $20,000 donation to Folds of Honor. The donation comes from the pet food producer Purina. Purina says the donation expands access to two primary scholarship programs offered by the Folds of Honor, the Higher Education Scholarship and the Children's Fund Scholarship. Colonel Nick Nichols, president of Folds of Honor, says Purina's support will, quote, help ensure families of fallen and disabled service members and first responders pursue their educational goals without the burden of financial responsibility.
Conditions have stayed pretty dry in Stillwater with both cold and warm temperatures. Grayson is back in the Weather Center to show us what conditions look like across the state. Grayson?
Thank you guys. Just like they said, it has been dry, but that might be in for a change. Let's take a look at the radar. As you can see, we do have showers moving east, but missing Stillwater tonight. As we move into tomorrow, more showers are going to be popping up around the state, and we will even have some pop up around the Stillwater area. Then as we keep going at the end of the week, Friday, we will see all those showers clear out, and we really won't have much of an issue after tomorrow until we hit the beginning of next week. A couple things to look out for before we get to there, though. One thing, like we said, is going to be possible showers. We will also have varying temperatures with the lows being in the 40s and the highs getting up into the 80s. Finally, cloud coverage moving across the state. We will have sunny skies, but the sun will be covered by clouds. Let's take it back to the desk.
All right, Grayson. When we return, President Trump in a shouting match with Democratic lawmakers during his State of the Union address.
And breaking news this afternoon as Cuba claims the U.S. violated territorial waters. The Daily returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago. And so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
President Donald Trump gave his State of the Union address yesterday, proclaiming a new, quote, golden age of America. Despite the approval ratings for President Trump reaching low territory in recent weeks, the president maintained a firm stance in favor of his existing policies. Trump instead pointed the finger at Democratic lawmakers for the struggles of the American people during his administration. Trying to illustrate his point, the president asked members of Congress to stand if they, quote, agreed that the first duty of American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal immigrants. Very few Democrats stood in response to that statement, prompting the president to state, quote, you should be ashamed of yourselves for not standing up.
Breaking news this afternoon, Cuba is claiming that a U.S. boat violated international waters. Cuban officials claimed that a U.S. registered speedboat violated Cuba's territorial waters northeast of El Pino Channel, resulting in an armed confrontation with Cuban border guard troops. In a statement from Cuban officials, passengers in the U.S. vessel opened fire on the Cuban border guard patrol when the guards asked for identification. The firefight resulted in the deaths of 4 U.S. passengers, as well as 7 people being injured, 6 from the U.S. vessel and the commander of the Cuban vessel. While U.S. officials have not immediately made a public comment, Florida State Attorney General James Mayer has ordered an investigation into the incident.
The Senate failed to advance a measure to fund the Department of Homeland Security, pushing the partial government shutdown into its 12th day. In a 50-45 vote, the measure fell short of the required 60-vote threshold to move forward. This marks the second failed attempt to advance funding after lawmakers failed to make a deal to reform immigration agencies. House Majority Leader Hakeem Jeffries reiterated the Democratic demands, including requiring judicial warrants for arrest, independent investigations, and barring immigration agents from entering sensitive locations. ICE currently operates mostly unaffected due to tens of billions of dollars in Senate funding last year, with agencies such as FEMA, TSA, and the Coast Guard all likely to be impacted in the coming days, with only workers deemed essential continuing to work during the shutdown.
The first plaintiff in the ongoing landmark social media trial in Los Angeles is expected to take the stand today. The plaintiff, identified by her initials KGM, is the center of a case that could set legal precedent about whether or not social media platforms cause mental illness in children. KGM, a minor at the time of the incidents outlined in her lawsuit, claims early use of social media led to addiction and worsened mental health problems in her youth. KGM is one of many plaintiffs in this case, numbering upwards of 1,600, including more than 350 families and 250 school districts. The lawsuit states, defendants know children are in a developmental stage that leaves them particularly vulnerable to the addictive effects of these features. Defendants target them anyway in pursuit of additional profit. This testimony will come after Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg testified last week in defense of his platform, denying the claims of the lawsuit.
The Guthrie family is growing increasingly desperate as the search for Nancy Guthrie is well into its 4th week. Yesterday, Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie announced her family is offering a $1 million reward for the recovery of Nancy Guthrie. In a social media post, Guthrie asked the public to please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. By last night, more than 750 calls had come into the FBI's tip line with potential leads.
Coming up next, Cowboy basketball has ended their losing streak. Andrew Dunham is in the Sports Corner with more right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alva when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham. Let's talk some sports here in Stillwater. A big-time celebration cut short. Cowboy basketball had an overtime win over West Virginia last night to end their 5-game losing streak, but it came at a detrimental loss. Our very own Austin Lyon was on the court last night with a closer look.
It was a roller coaster of a night in the Cowboys' second-to-last home game as Oklahoma State welcomes in West Virginia. After a slow start, West Virginia jumped out to a 6-0 lead with 2 early threes and 3 missed shots from the Cowboys. They would soon pick it up, though, with an 11-2 run featuring a fast break lob from Christian Coleman. From there, with the exception of a 14-2 run at the end of the first by OSU and a 19-5 run by West Virginia early in the second half, it was a very back-and-forth game that would come down to the wire. With 3 minutes left, the Cowboys would own a 77-72 lead, and it looked as if the game was a foregone conclusion, until an and one and a driving layup by West Virginia. The game would be tied at 77, and a missed attempted game winner would send us to overtime. There, the Pokes would take control, outscoring WVU 11-7, but GIA would soon fall into a silence as star center Parsafala, after an exclamation point dunk to ice it, goes down hard with a season-ending ACL tear, which brings his college career to an end. West Virginia head coach Ross Hodge had nothing but praise for Parsa.
Man, what a great kid. What an incredible kid, and he's had an incredible year.
Parsa himself also wanted to share one last message with Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State was the best year I had in my college career, and the fans, I just hope they know that how much I really care about them, and it was a great experience. So I wanted to say thank you to every one of y'all.
The Cowboys now head up north to face Cincinnati on Saturday. Reporting from Gallagher-Iba Arena, Austin Lyon, The Daily.
Keeping it on the court, the Cowgirls hit the road for one final time this season. It's Oklahoma State versus Iowa State tonight at 6:30 p.m., where the Cowgirls look to sweep the series from the Cyclones. As the regular season winds down, things are getting serious, not only with the Big 12 tournament on the horizon, but also the big dance. Both teams' records sit neck and neck, with the Cowgirls 21-8 overall and 10-6 in the Big 12. The Cyclones are just behind them at 21-7 overall and 9-7 in the Big 12. OSU sits at 6th in the Big 12 rankings, with Iowa State behind them at 7. Cowgirls
are coming off a loss to West Virginia, but are 7-0 in bounce-back games this year and have only lost consecutive games one time in the last 2 seasons. To the Diamond we go at O'Brate Stadium. It was an exciting opening day. Our very own Ty Ginsler gives us a look at the Run Rule victory.
$2 tickets and hot dogs for the home opener was already a good enough deal, but the Pokes win made it even sweeter. The Oklahoma State Cowboys hosted the Central Arkansas Bears, with the Pokes looking to extend their 3-game winning streak. The Bears were able to make some noise in the first inning as freshman infielder Landon Carter was able to split between the Pokes, helping Nate Negre score the first run of the game. However, Oklahoma State was able to answer right back as junior outfielder Colin Ritchie went yard, crushing a 386-foot bomb to right field, and this was all that the Cowboys needed to swing the momentum. The Bears were able to stop the Cowboys in the third inning and even scored on top of the fourth, hoping that would cool them down. But that hope died quickly in the bottom of the fourth by Terrence Bowen, belting the ball to center left field, allowing Sebastian Norman and Campbell Smithwick to score again, followed by Bowen running in on his own. That wasn't enough. How about a kill shot from the Big 12 Player of the Week, Aiden Miola, which was his 5th consecutive game with a home run that ended the Cowboys' 10-run inning. Landon Carter managed to score for the Bears in the 5th inning, but it wasn't enough as the game ended early under the run rule, extending the Cowboys' winning streak to 4. The Cowboys will look to swing for a 5-game winning streak on Friday as they take on Sam Houston at home. Reporting from O'Brate Stadium, Ty Ginsler, The Daily O.
Finally, Cowboy Wrestling is mourning the loss of a wrestling legend. Bobby Douglas, a former Cowboy wrestler, passed away earlier this week. Douglas was the first Black American to wrestle in the Olympics and coach at a major university. He transferred to OSU and won the Big 8 in 1965 and ended his collegiate career 72-2 and had a career record of over 300 wins. On the international stage, Douglas won 3 national freestyle titles, was on the U.S. Olympic team placing 4th in 1964, and was a part of 6 world teams. His coaching career included an NCAA championship with UC Santa Barbara and 10 with world and Olympic teams. His outstanding career helped him earn many awards both on and off the mat. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. One furry friend has found a forever home, and me and Rayma will have it right after this break.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, the things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony is coming soon. Riley Cohen has that and more in your A-List update. Riley?
Thanks, Rayma. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has revealed its latest nominees, including Phil Collins, Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, Iron Maiden, Luther Vandross, and Shakira. They're among 17 performers who could be inducted into the Hall of Fame, which celebrates artists from all corners of music, including rap, metal, R&B, pop, and most everything in between. Artists must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years before they are eligible for the induction. This year, 10 of the 17 nominees are on the ballot for the first time. John Skies, the chairman of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation, said in a statement, quote, "The diverse list of talented nominees recognizes the ever-evolving faces and sounds of rock and roll and its continued impact on the youth culture," end quote. The 2026 inductees will be revealed in April after being voted on by more than 1,200 artists, historians, and music industry professionals. That's all I have for your A-List update. I'll go ahead and send it back to the desk.
A dog has found a forever home after being abandoned in an airport. A woman attempted to board a JetBlue flight in Las Vegas with her golden doodle, claiming the dog was a service animal, but got stopped for having incomplete paperwork. She tied the dog to a metal baggage rack and left, prompting airport staff to call police. The woman was detained on animal abuse charges, and the golden pup was taken in by Animal Protective Services. After the 10-day holding period, she hadn't come to pick up the dog, but someone else stepped up. Las Vegas police officer Skeeter Black adopted the golden doodle, now appropriately named JetBlue.
Depending on your taste, today could be sweet or salty, because today is National Chocolate-Covered Nuts Day. Today recognizes the delicious, crunchy snack covered in sweet, rich chocolate. What started as a type of candy from 1925, these treats have become a snacking staple across the country. Whether you enjoy white chocolate-covered walnuts or dark chocolate almonds, there's no limitation to how you can celebrate today. And don't forget to post on social media by using the hashtag National Chocolate-Covered Nuts Day.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Grayson Buchanan has our 7-day forecast. Grayson?
Thank you, guys. Coming up this week, we have a lot of variety in the weather. As you can see today, the lows were in the 40s, but the highs got up to the 70s, and it looks like the same is going to be for tomorrow. As we go throughout the week, we can see that Saturday we hit 81, which is going to be the high, but we still continue to be in the 40s. Going all the way to Tuesday, we will see rain pop up, with the temperatures also dropping to a high of 58 and a low of 38. Well, guys, let's talk about chocolate-covered nuts, dude. I love some peanut M&Ms. Sweet, salty, perfect.
So good. You went the salty route. I'm going to go the sweet route. You were talking about fruit salad earlier before the show. I'm going to go chocolate-covered strawberries, maybe bananas, anything, put some chocolate on some fruit. I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Now, personally, I'm going to step away from fruit. I really like Froyo. So, if I can get a little bit of chocolate shell on it, let it harden, I think that just, tops it off perfectly. How about you, Rayma?
I'm going to have to go the classic Hershey's Almond Chocolate Bar. Those are my absolute favorite go-to, and those absolutely peak for me.
Amazing.
Well, that's the look at today's headlines. Thank you so much for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Amy Sangalai.
And I'm Rayma Coleman. Have a great night, everyone.
Fruit?
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, You can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning.